So when you were younger, what was your experience of growing up as a queer person?
I mean, I don't think I fully realised until I was in my early 20s. So maybe that made it easier. Some of that was because nobody was gay in Ayrshire at that time, so it didn't really. So I had relationships with boys and stuff, and I wasn't not into that. So it took me a while to realise. So I can't say that I had a difficult time of it, you know. So I suppose I realised I felt attracted to women, and that was at that time something to feel quite ashamed of and confused, and so I told a few close friends, but and they were very supportive, and then I sort of moved to Glasgow and went out on the gay scene and started to sort of explore my sexuality a bit. But still at that time I was thinking that maybe I was bi. I wasn't too sure, it was a confusing time. And I suppose that meant that there was a number of years where you're kind of living a little bit, feels a bit like subterranean, where you're going to gay clubs but not telling straight friends and stuff. Like I remember having a flatmate when I lived in the West End. I remember coming back from being out in like the Polo Lounge or something, and I remember her asking me, "Where were you tonight?" And I said, "Oh, I was in this bar called," and I just chose this bar called October Cafe, which was a lie. I hadn't been there at all. And my flatmate, who was straight, said, "Oh, that's weird," because I was at a private birthday party there, and I was like, "Oh shit, sorry." So do you know what I mean? Those kind of collisions could happen where you could get caught out, and so you were always like, you know, if you were making new friends or being in the workplace, you were always hiding a part of yourself, and it wasn't a nice way to live, because I'm quite an open person and I like to make friends, different aspects of my life. So it was, it doesn't, I mean, the only thing I can compare it to for heterosexual people, like maybe having an affair or something where you couldn't tell people about, or if you were doing a job that was secret or whatever, but it's psychologically corrosive, I think, to be in the closet. So it was a difficult time, but it was definitely better to be in that situation living in a city than it would have been living in a village. If I'd stayed at home, that would have been impossible. There wouldn't have been anywhere to go. You know, there wouldn't be any like gay clubs in Ayr.